Just like everything else, gloves are getting more and more expensive every year. For example, this A2K that I got in San Diego last year is over $400. And even though this is a really good glove, just because you spend upwards of $200 on a baseball glove doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a really good product out of it. Your glove probably sucks, and that might have more to do with what you do to the glove after you buy it than what the actual price is. That's why today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why your expensive glove probably isn't cutting for you. The first thing I want to talk about today is how you break in a glove. Now, everyone knows the best way to break in a glove is point catch, right? Well, lately people have been using other methods to break in gloves, like the hot water method, using a mallet, using a weight, standing in front of a machine, which is basically just catch. Other people steam their gloves, other people run them over. There is definitely a wrong way to break in your glove though, and I'm going to talk about that right now. Gloves were made to catch baseballs, so anything that you can do that imitates catching a baseball is the best way to break in a glove. So playing catch, using a mallet, using a weight to break in the heel pad, all those things can help break in a glove. Now, I definitely know that a lot of older generations, they say things like, just play catch, or, put it in a freezer, put it under your mattress. And I actually want to bring this up because, a lot of people still, do the whole like softball in the pocket, wrap it around, put it under the mattress. And while that really does help with forming a pocket, what ends up happening is that your glove can be really hard to open, even though it's like pretty easy to close. Now, this, of course, doesn't happen all the time. If you do this and your gloves come out fine, then by all means keep doing that. But something I have noticed is that when you do it too much and only rely on using the mattress method, it really only helps for one thing, and that's forming a pocket. The next way you shouldn't break in your gloves is by running them over with a car. I've seen this like a couple times. I mean, I even tried it on one of my older gloves and it really didn't work. If anything, it can just, damage the leather on the outside, and it can actually break the pads on the inside of the glove. Some gloves use plastic inserts on the inside of the felt padding, so running over a glove with a car isn't really a good idea because it doesn't simulate catching a baseball, if that makes sense. That's why in other videos I've shown, using a mallet or a weight to break in the glove. I always put a ball inside the pocket when I'm doing that in order to keep the shape of the glove and so that it doesn't become a pancake too soon. Speaking of pancakes, that brings me to my next point. How you store a glove can really affect how long it lasts you. Now, this is a pretty bad example because this is a very old glove. It's a George Brett model. I think it's from the 80s. So this glove is definitely older than me. But as you can see, despite its age, it's a really, really pancaked glove. And that really has to do with this. The person grabbed the glove and they just left it in the garage like that, sitting down on its side. Now, I have an old glove too. It's not as old as the George Brett model back there. This was my first ever glove. It's a Derek Jeter youth model, and this thing stinks. My dad always helped me keep a good shape on this glove. Even when I lay the glove flat, you can still see it stays open a little bit, even though I used this glove from like the age of 6 up until I was like 11. One thing I actually forgot to mention, don't steam your gloves because there's better alternatives to doing that. I would definitely recommend the hot water treatment because you can choose what part you want to affect on the glove. What happens with steaming is that the whole glove gets wet. So eventually that can lead to like drying out of the leather and cracking on the inside that you don't notice until, the glove starts really falling apart. But as I mentioned, when you hot water a glove instead, you can really choose the area that you want to be affected. As I've shown in other videos before, if I want to get a certain form on a glove, I'll just do the hot water treatment. Another thing I want to talk about is, not putting your glove in a bag. I mean, there's a way around this. You can put a glove in a bag. I've shown in another video like I made last year. You can put a glove in a bag as long as you prop it up with something. Something I've seen people do and what I've done before is they take their glove and they put something inside of it like a sunglasses case or a softball, and then they put it in their bag. That can help keep the shape. I've also done this before where I put my helmet at the bottom of my bag and then I put my glove on top of my helmet so it stays open like this on top. Another thing though I wanted to mention is even if you put your glove inside of your bag so that you have less things to carry when you go home, that doesn't mean your glove should stay in your bag. After a game, we're gonna be all sweaty, and if you leave a glove inside of a bag, that sweat can stain the glove and cause mold and bacteria to build up, which ultimately degrades the leather, so that can lead to cracked leather, broken laces, just moldy, disgusting gloves that can actually get you sick, believe it or not. I feel bad for putting my teammate on blast, but he's one sweaty SOB, so, his glove would really absorb a lot of that sweat. He did do a pretty good job of trying to keep the form because it has a really good pocket. But, this glove is very degraded. Even though this glove is only 6 or 7 years old, the leather's all cracked. The inside liner is, deteriorating a lot. But yeah, one thing you can avoid is, just leaving your glove inside your bag and just leaving it like that flat. Always prop it up with something if you are going to put it in your bag. Since we're on the topic of old gloves, I'm actually going to go ahead and relace this glove because a couple of the laces did snap. I don't know how it's going to go. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I don't think I'm going to relace the entire thing, but definitely going to relace the fingers, the web, and the heel. So yeah, let's go do that right now. In the meantime, I'm going to ask you guys to please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we can get this video to 120 likes because we got last video to 100 likes pretty quickly. So I really appreciate you guys. Your support really helps the channel and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying the videos. So thank you so much. Now that the glove is released, that brings me to my final point. The last thing you can do to take care of your gloves and make sure they don't suck is to condition and clean them often. Now, of course, you don't have to go in crazy and scrub it with some glove cleaner like I've done before, or like how other people have done before. But after every game or after the end of every season, take a damp cloth, wipe it down, make sure you get any excess dirt and sweat off, and always make sure to condition your gloves as well. If you regularly condition your glove, you're going to avoid things like this, all this cracking and drying out. I mean, to be fair, this is an old glove, so it's bound to happen at some point. But I've seen gloves that are much younger than this that are in way worse condition, even before this was released. Now, for conditioner, you can really go any route, but I definitely like to use my Sarna glove conditioner. This one's almost out. I literally have like this much left because of how much I use. And this stuff is great because it's water-based, so it will evaporate from the glove. It's not gonna like, you know, oversaturate the leather, and anything that you do put in excess will evaporate off and won't weigh down your glove. They have other products too. They just came out with their own glove cleaner, which is pretty nice. They also have like a paste conditioner, and they have a glove oil. Now, I wouldn't recommend the glove oil unless you want to purposefully make your glove a little bit darker. Like if you wanted to add a palm stain inside your glove, I definitely recommend the glove oil. It really does make the glove look nice, but remember, if it's glove oil, do less. If it's conditioner, with Sarna, put as much as you want. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I just got a new microphone and I've been testing it out, so if it looks goofy here on the side of my hat, just bear with me. I'm just trying to figure out like what works better, shirt, hat, whatever. But yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment what you want to see in future videos, and let me know if these 3 tips help when you get a new glove. Alright guys, thanks for watching.